In addition to outlining different public relations roles, the second lecture pod within the Public Relations Practice in the Community module describes and outlines the common elements of effective public relations practice. I will also discuss desirable attributes for public relations professionals and guidelines for professional practice. So although public relations is a diverse profession, common elements still exist. Codes of practice clarify the standards that must be met in how the job is done so that public relations can be seen as a profession. Theories, which provide common understanding as a basis for conceptualising problems and potential solutions, and this body of knowledge is growing all the time. Communication tools, such as websites, newsletters, community forums, provide a repertoire to be drawn from according to the needs of the situation. Practitioners focus their activity around target publics or audiences and what is to be achieved in relation to that audience. Practitioners operate in environments where their efforts are constantly being assessed to determine contribution and effectiveness. And practitioners work on matters of importance to their organisation. The values and attributes of the typical public relations role model on these slides have come from a research project in Malaysia in the 1990s. They identified 8 categories of public relations effectiveness, and within each category identified a list of constructs which typified role model performance. So it's broken down into work practices and approach, skills, abilities and knowledge, experience and background, personal attributes, judgment and ethics, relationship with management, image and reputation, and works for the profession. And you can pause this presentation and take a closer look at the constructs. Each of us operates within a number of cultural realms or levels: national, organisational, professional, and individual. One study by Grunig identified 6 potential differences between countries that are likely to create different operating conditions for public relations practitioners in different countries. First, the level of economic development in a country. Secondly, the political environment in which public relations is practiced. 3, the cultural environment. 4, language differences. 5, the potential for activism. And 6, the role of the mass media. Public relations practices appear to be related to the culture of the country involved. National culture holds fundamental invisible values, whereas organisational cultures reside mainly in the invisible practices of an organisation. At a professional level, each model of public relations practice also contains assumptions and values. To develop effective professional practice, you need the following. Good relationships. One of the main things you need to develop early on is a good relationship with the people you are working with in the organisation, i.e. your workmates, and between yourself and the person you are working for, in that case your manager or perhaps your client. Good processes. Every practitioner develops processes and frameworks for their activity, including reporting processes to confirm decisions and actions agreed at meetings, sign-off and clearance processes, processes to follow for distributing media material, checklists to follow for organising events. The aim of such systems and processes is to achieve a good, consistent result every time. Time management. In public relations, practitioners work at a rapid pace. Public relations is seen as a pressure business where there is lots to be done, deadlines to be met, meetings to attend, the unexpected happening, highs and lows. You may be working on a number of projects at one time, all of which may have set deadlines for completion. Understand that deadlines are not negotiable. Effective budgeting. Everything has a price. Whoever is paying you to get that work done, your manager or your client, will want to know what their money is being spent on to maximise the results. The client will usually want to know how much a particular project is going to cost and will only proceed if they believe the value of the intended result matches their investment in the work. Once the project has been approved, your aim is to manage the budget so that you do not overspend. Keeping good records. Good planning requires a paper trail that documents client instructions, decisions made, timelines, budgets, responsibilities, and information required and received. At a minimum, you will be producing proposals that detail what action you will be taking, minutes of meetings or contact reports, progress reports, and monthly accounts. Being proactive rather than reactive. As a practitioner, your interest is in getting things done, achieving goals, managing problems, and moving projects forward. To achieve change, you have to set out to achieve it. This means being proactive. Do not wait to be told that something should be done. Keeping clients and managers happy. One of the best ways to keep clients and managers happy is to achieve the planned results and to come in on time and on budget. An important point to remember is that clients and managers rarely enjoy surprises. Keep your client and your manager informed. Let them know if a problem has arisen and perhaps jointly find a way around the problem. Seek advice in areas where your skills are lacking or you do not have the answers. Building and maintaining good networks. It helps you as a problem solver to have a supply of sources to go to for information. Networking is one of the benefits of belonging to your professional association, like the PRIA. Keeping up with changes. Technology is a tool, and as a communicator, it's your job to choose which tools will be most effective for the job at hand. Keep yourself up to date on the pros and cons of new developments and build up a network of people who have used the tools and can guide you through how and when to use them. Then you will be ready with the right recommendation. Understand the contribution of research. Better decisions come from good information gathered through research. Remember, your research does not need to be expensive and formal, but you do need to work out what you need to know to be able to plan effectively. So the public relations role in different types of organisations. The first one is the not-for-profit sector. A safe environment to learn in is the not-for-profit sector because it offers good opportunities to be creative, particularly in terms of creative results to achieve big results with small budget. Offers good opportunities to try new approaches and the new ways of doing things. It can also be a really sociable environment with lots of events and activities related to the promotional and fundraising components. It develops very good people skills because of the need to involve and manage volunteer help. It is generally cause-based, which means that the values driving the organisation are very clear and you can align yourself strongly with the organisation. Everyone tends to pitch in and help where help is needed, which means that you learn a lot from others and you learn about other aspects of the business in addition to public relations. The experience that you gain in a community-based not-for-profit organisation helps you to understand how community organisations work, how communication works, and the importance of target audiences. This in-depth knowledge will be invaluable in any sector you decide to work in. Because public relations is a diverse profession in which practitioners deal with a range of issues for a range of organisations, it is sometimes difficult to see and appreciate the common elements of our practice. This lecture pod has outlined these elements and discussed what makes a good public relations practitioner.